What's the snake one for again, guys? What is it? What did we decide that was for? You and Thievis are using it now and stuff. What are all the snakes for? Oh, because it's Cobra? Because it's Cobra, right? From Mikheyev? Why is he Cobra? May I ask? Yeah, 2 games straight with a goal. No, I think it was like seven games straight with a power play goal, isn't it, Mikheyev? Or is it the team itself? Did I misread that stat? Do I think he's good enough to slide into the top 6? Yeah, I do. You could put him where Kerfoot is, and I think he'd be an all-right replacement. Like, I like Kerfoot there, but I think if you got rid of him, I think Mikheyev could fit in there nicely. No worries, yeah. You know what I mean? You could probably even put him up in Bunting's spot if Bunting couldn't be there. Right? Like, I know it seems that, like, you might have your 3 best forwards are your top line. Your next 3 best forwards are your second line, and like that, right? What I find is that they're not really doing it like that, right? The NHL seems to be very much about your 2 best, like a center and your best center and your best winger on the first line with a hard worker. And then your best, or like a grinder. I shouldn't say hard worker. They're all working hard, but a grinder. Then you got, your second best center and your second best forward on the second line with a grinder to help them out. You know what I mean? And if you do that, then your next 3 and 6 can be all hard-working grinder type blue collar dudes. You only really need 4 elite players, I think. 4 elite players and the best, hardest working other type of guys you can find, you know? Out of all the guys without the natural ability, right? You want the guys that are working the hardest out of those guys. The guys like Kerfoot, right? The guys with the intangibles, right? So he made, Mikheyev made a Cobra-like image with his wrist, eh? Oh my goodness. That guy, that's how he got the soup thing. He was like, I like soup. That's how he got the Campbell's thing. His interviews are gold, man. If he had 7 straight power play goals, he would be first unit. Yeah, that's true. Pardon me. Yeah, that's true. My bad. I don't know, guys. That's why I like that. If you guys didn't catch the episode, I mean, I think everybody here did. But when George from NBI there said that, like, just to let you know, analytics were in on Kerfoot over the summer. Like, we saw this coming. Like, kind of like, why didn't you? Remember my answer? I got 2 kids and a wife, and you know what I mean? And I got responsibilities, and I don't get paid for this. So, like, not enough to make it a job, I'll tell you that. I mean, other than you find folks for contributing where you can to help the channel exceed and grow and everything like that, I'm always appreciative of that. You know that. But this is far from a full-time living, that's for sure. We got a long way to go yet. It's quite slow with hockey being off and on and off and on. You know what I mean? Like, guys, when hockey's on, this thing grows. This thing grows fast. We do well. You guys help me, and this thing grows faster than ever. Playoff season especially. But, like, every time it slows down, like, we got to rebuild each time because algorithms work on, like, what have you done for me lately? You know what I mean? What have you done for me lately? And if we keep having periods where we're not doing anything for them lately, they keep going, well, then you're back down here. It sucks, but, like, I'm not willing to do just any kind of content. You know what I mean? Like, I could make a successful channel, I'm sure. But, like, the most successful channels are the ones on how to make a successful channel, which is hilarious and ironic to me. And I'm not willing to do that. Like, I could do whole tutorials on how to set up a microphone and the camera and the lights, and separately even, like audio one and then camera one and then lighting another one and all this other stuff. I probably have a lot more views than I do on my sports stuff, but I just don't want to do that, man. No thanks. So maybe for you guys, I'll do it once in like a live stream kind of thing, but so, you know, yeah, exactly. George and them should see it coming, man. They had all summer, and they get, you know, that's their career choices. That's what they're getting into. Why do I have to come in and be the loudest one saying Kerfoot is awesome and nobody's paying attention to Kerfoot? Why do I gotta be the one? And yet here I am, in like record time, being like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna start tracking who I think is good. And so far, I've hit the nail right on the head like 4 times straight. 4 times straight, I've picked out players that they're like, yeah, I mean, he's really good. But like our analytics also told he's really good. Yeah, I know, but how many numbers did you have to look at to figure that out? I looked at 1. I looked at 2. I looked at 1 and I divided it by the other. Done. Right? Like, you know what I mean? Why do I want to go through the hassle of finding, all the little details first and then trying to weigh it all together and blah, 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 blah. I want to know who's good. I want to know who's doing well is what I should say. So a guy like me shouldn't be coming out with the people that I'm coming out with. A guy like me shouldn't be able to do it unless there was something to what I'm talking about. I stand by it. Where are we at? Who's still left in the chat? Is it just you now, Leslie? AKZ's still there, right? Who's still left in the chat? Yeah, you're there, bud. I know. You got anything for me? Did I miss anything? Did you say something earlier that I missed that you want to throw back up there now? You know? And let's be real about one thing, guys. Let's be real about one thing. Sorry, while I wait for TJ Brodie. Okay, TJ Brodie. TJ Brodie's another one. We talked about him on my my little clip that I used about plus minus and stuff. Right? It's Kerfoot, Riley, and Brodie. And Brodie's just looking amazing this year. Right? He's so good that even when he makes a mistake, he still goes in, like we talked about on that second goal, right? He's so good, man. He's so good defensively. I'm tired of defense not getting enough recognition, man. I'm tired of it. Okay? I'm tired of it. For sure. League-wide, everybody. Okay, so everybody makes a big deal about this Cale Makar goal, right? Right? And one of the guys on Bar Down, who's a Colorado fan, mind you, and he's not hiding it. So he's not trying to hide a bias here. He's just saying it as a fan. Cale Makar is the best defenseman in the league right now in hockey, right? But they got, was it Devon or Devon? I don't know if it's Devon or Devon Taves. He's another defenseman on their team. He's only like 6 points behind the guy, maybe 7. Okay? They're both defensemen. He's only about 7 points behind the guy. And his IR is through the roof. Like his plus minus divided by games played is through the roof. He's doing so much better defensively. Well, I shouldn't say defensively, but he's having so much more success, right? Keeping the puck out of their zone or out of their net. That I think he's actually doing a better job than Makar. So what? Makar dangled somebody. Like, it's good. It's an incredibly awesome thing to see. But remember, that's the offensive side of the game, man. We're talking about defensemen here. Okay? And as much as I love seeing a defenseman do stuff like that, and he should get recognition, we can talk about who's the most offensive defenseman. That's a category we can talk about. Who's the most offensive defenseman? Offensively skilled defenseman, even if they're not having the best results. You can even talk about just who's skilled. Right? Who can dangle the puck, who can shoot, who can twist and turn the way Makar did. It's a beautiful thing when he did it. It takes a lot of skill and a lot of timing, a lot of smarts. No doubt. But that's the offensive side of the game. That's only one half of it. And especially for a defenseman, that should be the smallest half. Or I guess not half, but the smallest portion. That should be about a quarter of what he can do. And the 3/4 that everybody needs to be talking about is what an awesome defenseman he is. Because he is an awesome defenseman. Cale Makar is an awesome defenseman. I just think Taves is doing a better job playing defense this year. And that's it. Right? I mean, guys, at some point, we have to stop caring if somebody gets 50 goals a year if they're on the ice for 62. Like, it's just not that impressive anymore to me. It's not. Because everybody's so... It's like an arms race. Everybody's so focused on trying to get the next young guns. The guys that are going to get you 40, 50 goals a year. You know what I mean? 100-point seasons. Whoa, we're the best team. Shut them down, man. Shut them down. You only need 82 goals a season to go undefeated. I would love to see some teams out there not be so concerned about scoring goals and be a lot more comfortable winning a 1-0 game, maybe a 2-0 game. How many of those can you rack up? That's dominance to me. That's dominance to me. So is his contract worth $5 million? In my opinion, we're talking about Kerfoot here. Oh, Brodie, I think. Brodie, yeah, sure. Why not, man? Why not? I don't know what things are worth. You know what I mean? I don't know. I know he's working and he's under contract. So whatever that number is, I'm fine with it. He's working. He's doing what he's supposed to do. It could be $10 million. I still wouldn't get rid of him or something like that if somebody else wanted him. Not yet. You already paid for him. He's there. He can fit onto your books is what I'm saying, right? Like, he can fit onto your books, right? So keep him. Keep him. Make a run. Is his contract up by the end of the year or something? Is that what you're asking? Right? The Islanders have entered the chat. Yeah, you're talking about their defensive stuff, right? Isn't that what we're talking about? They're pretty defensive, aren't they? I thought that's what the Islanders had going for them. But, I mean, who knows now? Things have changed over the holidays. I haven't looked. Leafs have been out of it, so I'm not really as interested. I only checked the standings today. Oh, jeez. I choked in my air. The Rangers are in first place. What? What? You know what I mean? So, who knows, guys? Who knows? He still has like 3 years, you're saying, too. So, yeah, keep him, man. Keep him. As long as you can afford him, keep him. Now, if it's a choice between him and Riley, like if somebody has to come off the books to clear up enough space for somebody else, right? Yeah, in the NHL, AKZ, the Rangers are in first place in the NHL right now. But they've been allowed to continue playing. And a lot of other teams have had to postpone games and lose games or whatever else like that. A lot of guys, teams like the Islanders got dinged with this earlier on in the season, and nobody shut down the league for them. Like, honestly, if you're an Islanders fan right now and you're watching this, like, how do you not get furious that, like, I think the Devils too, right? I mean, they were getting hit with Delta stuff and nothing ever got shut down. But as soon as, like, teams like Toronto get hit, all of a sudden, right? Like, now we got to shut it all down for Christmas time. And coincidentally, around Christmas time too? Like, I don't know, man. So, remember, you're saying the Rangers are making a comeback. Remember, on this very show, I picked them as my dark horse. Right? I picked them as my dark horse. I said if there's one team that nobody's talking about that they need to watch out for this season, it's the New York Rangers. And I didn't even use IR back then. I used my I. All right? I didn't use IR. I used my I. All right? And I could tell the Rangers are going to be a team to watch out for. Here they are, making people watch out now. Like, guys, I'm telling you, I'm not an idiot when it comes to this stuff, all right? I don't always have the math. But I'm not an idiot when it comes to this stuff. I've seen a lot of hockey, and I pay attention. I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, which would explain why I focus on such small details all the time, to the point of distraction. You know what I mean? I get lost in details sometimes because I'm so into checking each detail. You know? It causes me to forget other things. So, like, for job resumes and stuff, I could totally put attention to detail for sure. I got that. The problem is, because I'm putting so much attention to detail into my work, I might forget something at home later. There's not enough space for it all. You know what I mean? Dad jokes be flowing. I've been making dad jokes since I was about 12 years old. So, I mean, really, like, it was destiny for me, man. It was destiny for me.